The American Civil War, April 12, 1861, May 26, 1865, was a war in the United States between the Union, the North, and the Confederacy, the South. Confederacy was formed in 1861 by the union of 11 states that had seceded from the Union. The central conflict leading to the war was a dispute over whether slavery should be permitted to expand into the nation's western territories, leading to more slave states, or be prohibited from doing so. Decades of political controversy over slavery were brought to a head when Abraham Lincoln, who opposed slavery's expansion, won the 1860 U.S. presidential election. 7 southern slave states responded to Lincoln's victory by seceding from the United States and forming the Confederacy. The Confederacy seized U.S. forts and other federal assets within their borders. The war began on April 12, 1861, when the Confederacy bombarded Fort Sumter in South Carolina. A wave of enthusiasm for war swept over both North and South as military recruitment soared. 4 more southern states seceded after the war began, and led by Confederate President Jefferson Davis, the Confederacy asserted control over about a third of the U.S. population in 11 states. During 1861-1862 in the Western Theater, the Union made significant permanent gains, though in the Eastern Theater, the conflict was inconclusive. The abolition of slavery became a Union war goal on January 1, 1863, when Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared all slaves in rebel states to be free. To the west, the Union first destroyed the Confederacy's river navy by the summer of 1862, then much of its western armies, and seized New Orleans. The successful 1863 Union siege of Vicksburg split the Confederacy in two at the Mississippi River, while Confederate General Robert E. Lee's incursion north failed at the Battle of Gettysburg. Western successes led to General Ulysses S. Grant's command of all Union armies in 1864. Inflicting an ever-tightening naval blockade of Confederate ports, the Union marshaled resources and manpower to attack the Confederacy from all directions. This led to the fall of Atlanta in 1864 to Union General William Tecumseh Sherman. The last significant battles raged around the 10-month siege of Petersburg, gateway to the Confederate capital of Richmond. The Confederates abandoned Richmond, and on April 9, 1865, Lee surrendered to Grant following the Battle of Appomattox Courthouse, setting in motion the end of the war. Lincoln lived to see this victory, but on April 14th, he was assassinated. The Civil War is one of the most extensively studied and written episodes in U.S. history. In total, the war left between 620,000 and 750,000 soldiers dead, along with an undetermined number of civilian casualties, making the Civil War the deadliest military conflict in American history. The technology and brutality of the Civil War foreshadowed the coming world wars.